7th graders. My name is Tyler. I'm part of the S2S leadership team next year, and I'm going to take you guys around the school so you have an idea of what the school is going to be like next year. We're going to take you and introduce you to our principal and our assistant principal, Mr. Ontiveros and Miss Dean.
Welcome 6th grade students. We're happy to have you coming to our school this year. As Tyler mentioned, my name is Mr. Ontiveros.
My name is Mrs. Dean. I'm your assistant principal here at Naples Middle High School, and we would like to welcome you for being a Wildcat.
All right, so we're ready to start off on our virtual tour. Tyler, as part of our student-to-student program, is going to take you on a virtual tour of Naples Middle High School. Once again, welcome to Wildcat. Welcome back, Wildcats. Once again, welcome to your new school. This is the office area. Behind the desk is Miss Lambert, who can help you with anything that you need. Right now, Mrs. Dean and I are going to walk you down to the cafeteria. That's where you start every morning. When you arrive to school, we let you in and you meet in the cafeteria. So we're going to take a quick walk down that way.
So the cafeteria is not just where you start your day, but it's also where you can go hang out with friends during break, which is 15 minutes after first period, where you can do homework that you messed up and do it right before period if you're procrastinating like that. Print something out, ask the teacher for help, but get food from the cafeteria because there will be breakfast options like cereal or just fruits or cookies if you want that. Lunch is after second period for middle school, unless you have a high school class third period. But for the most part, all of 7th grade lunch will be after second period in here, and it'll be total free reign over all of the lunchroom and some outside area as well. So if you want to go outside, throw a football around, or kick a ball or something like that, you can do that outside as well as eating your lunch. To this side, we have bathrooms because it's a cafeteria and you need to have a bathroom in the cafeteria. And it's just like on the elementary school side where anytime you want, just go up and go to the bathroom. So I'm gonna take you guys outside and show you what's off limits and where you can go during lunch. This section to my left is where you can buy lunch or buy snacks, buy water, anything you might need. So out here, we have tables to the left, and there'll be more spread around during the actual school year. There's more tables down there where you can eat lunch, and the stadium area is off limits during lunchtime, but everything else you can see is total free reign. There will be an MFLET counselor out here and sometimes admin to make sure that everyone's following the rules and doing things you're supposed to do. First bell rings at 7:55. All students are then able to go to their classes, and it'll probably be a mad dash and extremely clustered, but don't worry, everyone will get to class on time, and teachers are somewhat understanding for first period because they understand that there might be issues getting up the stairs because everyone uses the front stairs. So exiting the cafeteria, we're gonna go this way and not out those doors to skip school, but just down this hallway, which is the junior hallway. Most of these lockers will be filled. There might still be some straggling juniors when you exit the cafeteria, but don't worry, we don't bite. The clocks are spaced out along the walls, so most of the time there should be a clock within view, and so you can check what time it is, make sure that you're not late to any classes. Up these stairs is where most of the middle school core classes will be located. And once we get up to the top, turn right, and all of 7th grade lockers will be there, and 3 7th grade classrooms. So all these lockers will be 7th grade, not all on the left-hand side, and you will need to buy your own lock from either the PTSA or from the next. And they're all very simple lockers that will have been cleared out after the year. You can hang up stuff, put stuff in the top cubby, just store anything you might need. So to my left right here, we have Miss Pearson, who is the 7th grade history teacher. And this style room will be what you see commonly in 7th grade classrooms. The cabinets to the right will most likely be off limits. Teacher equipment in this area, smartboard and whiteboard present for anything the teacher might need to show you. Next to Miss Pearson is Miss Brandon, who is the 7th grade math teacher. And like you can see, a lot of the same style in this room. Smartboard's on the other side, but I'm guessing she'll use that more often than she does the whiteboard. And she's an amazing teacher. You'll learn a lot of great stuff in here, and she's extremely fun. Continuing down the hall, we got more lockers on the left. Again, same thing as the other ones. There's nothing special about these. Everyone's the same, got the same style of locker. Here is the 7th grade English classroom. And again, same style, desks. There's a cow in the back of the room, which teachers might use if you need online stuff, computers, anything online that a teacher might need. All of the classrooms and lockers on the other side of the hall will be 8th grade. So you've got 8th grade math, 8th grade math, history, and English on this side, just like on 7th grade side, but you won't need to go into these classrooms unless you need to ask a teacher something or they are running a club. There's also recycling bins around the school and trash cans, so you don't need to walk very far if you have to throw something out. So as we keep heading this way, we'll get into the foreign language hallway and upper level history classes. There's also a resource room here with Miss Woody and several other teachers. Bathrooms right here, girls on the right, boys on the left. There will be several bathroom locations in the different halls around the school. Mr. Byler here teaches AVID, and then there's Mrs. Posty on to the left, who teaches Spanish 1 and other higher level Spanishes, as well as Italian 1. And she's a great teacher, made Spanish extremely fun learning for me. These lockers are all 8th grade and freshman lockers. You won't necessarily be down this hall unless you're taking a foreign language class. Mrs. Shiroki teaches Italian 1 and French. I haven't taken them, can't really say anything about them, but you'll learn a lot of Italian, and French is a really cool language to learn if you want to look into that. Mr. Lord teaches higher level Spanish classes, and he's also the basketball coach. Congrats on winning the D2 championship this winter season, Mr. Lord. On this side is Mr. Noonan, who teaches Mandarin. Couldn't tell you a thing about it. Chinese is not my thing at all. But if you are interested in Chinese, he's a great teacher. He's also a part of cross country and track. If you're interested in doing that, those are both sports that you can do as 7th graders. You won't be able to travel with the team, but you will be able to practice on certain days and learn what the dynamics are of a high school sports team. Back this way, we're going to go down the other hallway that was shown earlier. This hallway is a math hallway for the most part. There's also 1 or 2 other classes. And the only class I think that you might be taking down here would be with Miss Vituli. She teaches accelerated 7th grade math. She's also in her room right now. We're gonna go say hi to her, get a little wave. Hello, Miss Vituli. We're doing a tour.
See you next year.
Continuing down this way, we have higher level lockers. As you see when you move further up in grades, your lockers get bigger because you have a lot more stuff that you need to carry. Continuing down here, there's another staircase that will be to my right. These are the back stairs. If the front stairs are way too crowded, which they normally are, back stairs are always a great way to get up into the upstairs area. Even though you might have to walk further to get to the middle school hallway, it's still a good possibility. Over here, there is the ROTC rooms, which you might take with the wheel. A lot of accolades. Our ROTC group is very good. The drill team's good. And one of the rooms is open, so we're gonna go ahead and take a look in here. This is the ROTC room, and this is Mr. Guilfoy. We're doing a tour for the rising 7th graders if you guys are doing the wheel. I'm not sure if that's...
No, we're not doing 7th graders.
Okay, well, this is the ROTC room for if you do this in 8th grade and into high school as well. So we've got more bathrooms in here. Boys on the right this time, girls on the left. Like I said, bathrooms all around the school, so you won't have to walk that far. To my right is Mr. Harjo's room, great teacher. Teaches geometry and other higher level maths that you won't be taking. And on this side is Miss P, Italian teacher. She's for the more advanced Italian students. She is also the head of Italian club, so if you're interested in that, getting to learn more about the culture, if you're new here or if you've been here a long time and want to immerse yourself into. So these are the back stairs, and I'm going to turn around so that I don't fall all the way down. Behind me is Mr. Mills' room. He's a really fun teacher, does computer stuff, engineering stuff, all that sort. And he's also part of the wheel, I believe. This way is Miss Driscoll, who's the athletic director, and she's also the softball coach. So if you're interested in softball when you're into high school, talk to her. If you have any athletic questions, talk to her. To my left is the boys' locker room with Coach Davis. We're gonna go in here. Okay. So this is where you'll get changed before PE class. You have to change into PE clothes and athletic clothes. You can't just wear normal school outfits at PE. So these are your lockers. You'll be given a lock this time. You won't have to buy your own. And you'll be assigned a specific locker that you'll use around the year to put in school stuff that you have that you don't want to carry on you while being in PE. There's also showers at the back if you feel like showering after PE, and a bathroom right here, so you don't have to go outside the locker room to use the restroom. On the other side is the girls' locker room, and right inside is Miss Byler's office. She will be one of your PE teachers. There's a lot of stuff in here right now, but if you have Miss Byler and you have any questions during PE that you need to ask her, that's where you can find her. Behind me is the gym. It's currently roped off because there's work being done on it. We can still take a look inside. As you can see, very nice gym floor done last year, where you'll play volleyball, indoor sports, anything like that in your PE classes. To my right, you'll see where all of the sports teams will be posted throughout the year, different accolades they've won, team pictures, anything to do with sports will be posted here to encourage school spirit around the sports teams. And not to brag, but Naples High School does have probably the best sports teams in all of D2. Just saying. Back this way, to my left, is Miss James and Mr. Bushi. They both do STEM classes that might be on your wheel if you choose to take that elective. To the right is the library. This door will not be used for the most part. The main entrance is further up to the right, and you'll walk straight into the support desk. And I'm gonna go ahead and open that up so you can see what our library is like. Inside here, this is where you will check out or return any books. Ms. Lanzalotti will be seated here, and she is our librarian. We have an insane amount of books that you can check out, and we just got new ones this winter. So just about anything you could want, we have. On the other side of the library is our computer lab of sorts, where Miss Cirillo is the teacher, and she has certain online classes, but she will be facilitating over all of them. There's an awful lot of computers, all with double screens, so you can really just take advantage of this during lunch or during break if you need to print something out or need to go online and use the computer for some sort of assignment that you might have. So now we're making our way back to the front of the school. We've only got 2 more hallways to get through. Just like in your school, that's like a triangle shape. More bathrooms to the left. And our front atrium where the high schoolers are allowed to eat in this area. And we can all come in here during break. And right off of the atrium is the counselor's office. So if you have any scheduling questions or you need help with something or just anything you might need with the school that you don't want to go to admin for, then this is your place to go. Counselors are extremely helpful, and they also head our S2S program. The hallway right next to the counseling center is where the nurse's office is. Nurse Hall is our nurse, and she is a good person to talk to if you need help, and she's also a really good nurse. She has anything you might need if you scrape your knee on the outside or just fall, something like that. This is the senior hallway though, so where all of the older kids have their lockers, relax, stuff like that, if they don't want to deal with the rest of the school. To the left, we're coming up on the 7th grade science room with Miss Marple. And this is very similar to the upstairs classroom. In these rooms, there are counters around the outside where science labs will take place if you need to wash your hands, use paper towels, any sorts of things that you might need to do for a lab can be done around the outsides of the room, so we don't use the tables and accidentally spill something on them or something else that might be dangerous. That's the only room that you'll need to go into down this hallway as 7th graders. As you get into the older grades, there might be other rooms down here like biology with Mr. Hansen or other science classes if you're interested in that stuff. On the other side of the atrium, where you go down the hallway to get to the cafeteria, there are several elective rooms that you'll most likely be taking when you take the wheel, if you choose to take that elective in your first year. There's there's a culinary room, there's an art room, there's several band rooms. This is also the junior hallway, so another higher grade level area. But this is our band room, and Mr. Pavlik's the teacher. He's in here right now. We're gonna go say hi to him.
He is the best teacher in the school.
Yes.
The band is amazing. Hey.
Across from the band room, there's the culinary room. So this has a fully functioning kitchen in it. So these are all lockers where you'll keep cooking clothes, so you don't have to get your normal clothes dirty. But right here, fully functioning kitchen in school. You'll use this to make anything from desserts to appetizers, really complex meals to something as simple as scrambled eggs or sunny side up eggs. Ms. Penarts was also the girls volleyball coach this past season, and they got second place at the European Championships in Germany. Back down the hallway, there's an art room and another band room. So this is the art room with Miss G. She has a lot of supplies. It's the same style room as Miss Penarts, just without the kitchen. And she has an area to wash your hands, get stuff off if you get any sort of coloring on you, and a lot of art supplies if you need to do anything with that. Here is the other band room with Mr. Pavlik as well. Great teacher, just more band stuff. And to end off, back at the cafeteria, and that's it. That's our school. I'm gonna take you back to the atrium though, to get a goodbye from the admin.
Thank you, Wildcats, for joining us on a tour of your new school. As Mrs. Dean pointed out at the beginning, we are really super excited to have you come along. We can't wait until next fall when we see you lined up on the first day. Have a great summer, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Mrs. Dean?
Ciao.